English. I'm so happy to be with you guys today, and we're going to be talking about how you personally can develop your English fluency. Very personal. How can you personally develop your English faster? We're going to begin now. Well, obviously, growing English fluency is a very subjective thing. It's not the same for everyone. It depends on several factors like your learning style, your goals, the amount of time you're dedicating to those goals. These types of things depend from person to person. They vary from person to person. So whenever people ask me, how can I learn English faster? I have to tell them it depends. It depends on you very much. Let me try to share this real quick and get it to our groups so they can show up here. Okay, here we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the chat. Go ahead and type something so I know you're there, and that way we will be able to receive your comments and questions. I got you down there. Hello, everyone. So, English fluency, like what does it mean to you, and how can you personally develop your English fluency? Well, English fluency, as I define it, is the ability to speak after thinking, the ability to think. English fluency is the ability to think in English, right? Not to think in your native language and then translate things over and then try to connect it. That's a lot more time consuming. So the people I help are those who are wanting to make a direct connection between the way you think and the way you speak. And this isn't as hard as you would think. There is a process, but it can be streamlined based on a few variables. As we mentioned in the beginning, it depends on how you learn. So, one of the first things I will ask people is, how do you learn? Are you more of a book learner, more of a vocational hands on learner? And what are your goals for learning English? What are your goals? Are they to get a better job, to have more opportunities to help your family, or is it just a hobby and for travel purposes? This can play a role in your dedication of time and your commitment. I need to know that from you as well. In addition to that, I need to find out what are the criteria for you learning. In other words, who is going to judge your progress? Is it going to be the IELTS exam or the TOEFL exam? Hello, Monera. Good to see you. Good, good, good. Or is it going to be something else? Is it perhaps a job interview or some of your peers are going to determine? This tells you how to calibrate and how to set your goals appropriately. The fourth thing I would mention to you is, do you have short-term goals or just a long-term goal? So if I ask you, why are you learning English? And you say it's for fluency. And what does fluency mean to you? Uh, I don't know. So see, this is a little wishy-washy. It's not really committed or researched or thought out too well. So that tells me initially that your goal is just kind of like a hope that if the time passes, you will eventually speak English better. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So, with your long term goal of fluency, you need to be able to define fluency. What does it mean to you? And then you need to be able to share with me who are the people or what is the process that will evaluate your success. Is it your friends or family? Is it the IELTS or the TOEFL exam or the CT exam, whatever it is? And then what are you doing in the small steps leading to the big goal? If you don't have small steps leading to the big goal, a few things can be working against you. One, you will not feel encouraged by your small steps of success. You will be looking only to the final level of fluency. Number two, you're going to be your own worst critic. If you do not have a criteria or a group to please or another form of evaluation, you will most likely never be satisfied with your progress. You'll always be hard on yourself. Number three, if you don't have short term goals leading to your long term goal, you may stay busy learning English, listening to friends on the TV, listening to different sitcoms, but your productivity will not be evaluated along the way. So in your mind, you'll think, "It's 2 hours a day for the last year, and I can't even make my English grow." Well, if you were honest with yourself, or if you had friends, real life friends, they would say, "Well, you know what, Jonathan, you're actually just listening to English music and watching English movies, but you're not really practicing." Hello, Matador. Welcome. Thank you for typing in the chat. Nice to see you. So the practice is where they would say the rubber meets the road, or where it all comes together. Like the wonderful people of China are taught well in reading and writing, but when they're adults, they lack oral or communication English. So though they have built a foundation of English very well, the rubber hasn't met the road. The tire has no traction. There's no ability for them to move forward with developing it. That coupled with the reality that in their country, and maybe in your countries as well, it is not common. It is not common for people to speak English together who are from that country. It's kind of odd. So they wouldn't practice English with another native there because it would seem kind of out of place. Now, that is to start to stab I'll have to edit that out. That is to establish your realistic goals and your processes for developing your English. Hi, Siddhartha. You said you would be here. It's great to see you here. And to Matador's point, he says, "Can you say about improving accent?" Of course, of course. So the next thing is, what is your immediate goal? Is your goal to learn vocabulary? Is your goal to sound more like a Native American speaker? Is your goal to be able to build from small talk to deeper conversation? What is your goal? I need to know, because if you have a specific goal, I can give you specific direction. To Matador's expression, what can you say about improving accent? First, I want to say that your accent represents your country and your culture, and it's a beautiful thing. As a communicator, I enjoy hearing your accents. But I know that in some cases, there can be people or committees or groups that will judge you and give you opportunity or deny you opportunity based on how you sound in English. I understand that. So there are ways to shape your pronunciation to sound more like a native English speaker. Number one, I would say pick one source of communication, just one. That's why we have this channel, we have podcast channels, we do live streams, so that if I am your source, you will have an abundance of information to use to hear me talking, to see me talking, to imitate me talking. What that is going to do, Matador, that is going to give your brain an easy way to find patterns of my speech, my emphasis, my tone, and you're going to imitate that first. It's going to give your brain a break. So you're only imitating one style. You will level up and learn English faster. Then later, you can pick TED Talks or other sources of communication, and your brain will easily adapt. But if you're listening to multiple sources, multiple accents, it's going to delay your progress. I hope that makes sense. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help you. So pick one source, subscribe to our podcast. This is your YouTube channel. We now have playlists that have subtitles in Spanish, in Arabic, in Tagalog, and in Chinese. So as I produce new content, I'm also producing them with professional, legible content with subtitles in your native language. If that's where you're at, where you need to see confirmation between what you're hearing in English and what it says, well, I would challenge you in that, Matador. If your goal is to get a job, if your goal is to pass a certification, those kinds of things, American Rap is not going to help you to achieve that. Unfortunately, it has been a source of degrading and deteriorating our English to the point to where now people think it's okay to sound ignorant when you're speaking English. And again, if your objective is to get a job, to please a college, to pass an exam, that's not going to help you. So, though you may be able to relate to the stories and the motivation and the struggle, simulating that form of English will not help you in our country. If you speak with an accent from your country, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. If you speak with an accent from your country and your English is correct and proper, then my first impression of you is that you're intelligent and capable. First impressions can make a difference. If you speak English and it's filled with slang and vulgarities and derogatory terms, I'm going to think that you're ignorant, uneducated, and not able to be developed. It's the first impression. Now, it's not conclusive. Over time, I might see that the person who presented themselves well is not that intelligent. They just knew how to please me. And conversely, if I spoke with someone first and their English was vulgar and derogatory and slang laden, I might find that they are intelligent. I'm not saying it's conclusive, but I'm saying if you're trying to work the system to get the best benefit for you and your family, then you need to appeal to a higher level of functionality. And it's coming around. It's coming around. There are a lot of groups that are promoting intelligent speech and helping to make a division between speaking in an educational way and still being connected to your community. And there was a time there for a while that if you didn't speak negatively or derogatorily or with slang in your speech, they thought you were disconnecting from your community. You were becoming unreal and fake. And now we're starting to get educated on that. That's not the truth. There are dialects and dialogues that you can speak even with your own native language that if you were going for a job interview, you wouldn't use. At the job interview, you would level up, trying to impress them. It's the same with English. There's a dialogue and a way of carrying yourself that give you the best impact, the best impression, and that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Message me directly on Hello Talk. Of course, subscribe and follow here. And let me know, guys, to the point that I was saying that this is your channel. Um, our purpose here is not to conquer some YouTube community. Our purpose here is to create content that is useful for you. There are a lot of great teachers and content makers on YouTube, and God bless them for what they do and how much effort they put into it. Our objective is to connect with you and to feel that we can shape our content based on your needs. And if you can relate to me, if you feel connected and affiliated with me, then maybe you'll learn better. Maybe you'll level up faster. I don't know. But that's our objective. So give me your comments, suggestions. We've got a few people volunteering to help us to make content better, which I will entertain and see what they bring to the table to make more content. But again, our primary goal is to support you guys and to be personally connected with you. So yeah, Amador, definitely hit me up on Hello Talk. You can make comments here because I answer all of them here as well. And then, of course, if you can't stay long, you can come back later. I will leave this in its unedited form for those of you who just want to watch it straight through. But I will also take this content and I will make it into some shorts, some key points and things like that, and then translate it for all you guys. Yeah. Thank you very much. So let's go down this list of things here until I see input from the chat. We'll keep going with this. One of the factors to help you to level up your English is daily practice. How long are you spending each day in developing your English? This is very important. Listen, it is important to spend 15 minutes every day instead of a half an hour once a week. I'll say it again. It is more important to spend 15 concentrated, goal driven moments developing your English every day than it is to spend a half an hour once or twice a week. So a constant demand on your brain for English development is going to create an immersion, and the immersion dynamic will force your brain or let your brain know that this is something permanent. It needs to work harder or develop faster. And that's what you want. You want it to feel a sense of urgency. So 15 minutes every day of concentrated, goal driven moments will help you to level up faster than anything else. But it should be every day. On your fun days, which may be Sunday, but on your fun day, you don't have to be as intense about it. You could practice nursery rhymes or children's stories or tongue twisters, things like that that are fun, but still keep you engaged in English. You can do that on your fun days, which may be your Sundays. I don't know. The next thing is to speak as much as possible. Number two is to speak as much as possible. How many times have I heard that people say to me, "I'm too shy. I don't want to speak. I'll let someone else go." Maybe when I'm on a live stream on Hello Talk, many people will sit in the background. No, I let them go. Well, a closed mouth does not get fed. If you sit there quiet, you're going to get a lot of silence. You need to be assertive. You need to go for yours. In fact, if I don't get to you during the live stream, text me directly, and then I will make time for you to be a priority next time, or we can have a chat one on one. That needs to be very, very important, is to speak as much as possible. How do you do this around your house? Well, I do not endorse using AI as a practice partner. I do not, because there are very real human dynamics that are important for you to learn how to navigate with human dynamics. And so I recommend that you start speaking what you're thinking and speaking what you're doing. Maybe I should go to the store today. If I go to the store, I should look for groceries. I need to buy some vegetables. Yes, I should buy some carrots and celery. You see how you're putting your thoughts into speech? Or I am going to the kitchen now to prepare my dinner. I am going to my kitchen now to prepare for dinner. This isn't updating as often as it should, and it should. I hope I'm live. I still see you guys. It doesn't show my chat here. It's funny. I don't see the chat here on there on the thing. Says it's waiting for me, but you guys can see me. That's okay. Um, Speaking as much as possible. So what you're doing or what you're thinking, use it in English. So that says, whenever I engage in conversation, I don't get the exact word I want to express. How can I overcome that? Yeah, check. Good job. Good job, Matador. How can you overcome that if you don't get the words that you want to have when you're actually speaking? That's a great question, Matador. Thank you for asking it. This is where dialogue comes into practice. Matador, say that you've had a day where you had a conversation, and at some point of the conversation, you hit that wall, and they asked you something, or you wanted to express something, oh, and you could not think of it. What is the word? Well, it's okay. Survive the moment and jot down your notes. They talked about SpaceX, or they talked about this or that, and make that your assignment. It's one of our phrases here: make the world your classroom, meaning make everyday events what are causing you to learn, or your motivation for learning. So you would take that dialogue. The person at work asked you about SpaceX and you couldn't explain yourself, for example. And you would go home and recreate that dialogue. Let's just say the person at work's name is Tony. Tony said, "Hey, Matador, what did you do this weekend?" And you said, "I watched the new rocket launch by SpaceX on TV." And he said, "Really? What do you think about that when it comes to SpaceX and what they say they're doing? Do you believe in it?" So use that junction as a way of enhancing your dialogue. Take your dialogue. Tony said this. I said this. Tony said that. And then I choked. Now take the time to develop your dialogue, what you wish you would have said. Imagine what Tony would have said after, and then develop it even further, talking more about SpaceX or things like that. Then practice this dialogue between two people with another person, your study partner, your family, your friends, an actual person. Play the role. Act like you're at work. The other person is Tony. They come up to you and say, "Hey, Matador, what do you think about SpaceX?" As you do this, what will happen, Matador, is you will replace that partial experience where you weren't happy with it with a memory of an actual experience. Your brain will register your dialogue practice as almost the same as an actual interaction. So you will reinforce the way you wish you would have answered, the way you wish you would have said things over and over again through your practices. And what that does is the next time you talk with Tony or anyone else or about that topic, your brain will bring up a file of information of that dialogue so that you will have the choice words you wanted. Does that make sense? Hi, Gonara. Welcome, Popova. Welcome, welcome. I hope that makes sense, Matador. That's the way you do it, just like that. It's called dialogue practice, and it's a way you enhance your ability to dialogue. So many people, so many people are creating random dialogue or they're memorizing random vocabulary, and your brain doesn't know how to file it, let alone when to bring it up. So you need to associate those phrases and those words with potential events, whether it's a location or a topic or a person. If you tie it to those things, you'll create a trigger. So the next time you're in the coffee shop, you'll think of all of your coffee shop dialogue. When you're at work, you'll think about topics related to work that you've practiced in your dialogue. When you're at a meeting, that meeting environment will trigger your practice of dialogue at a meeting. Does that make sense, guys? So we want you to work smarter and not just harder. We want you to actually develop. Let me see. It says upcoming, but it doesn't say actual. Oh, it's this one. I was in the wrong one. There, now I'm here. I can see all the chat. Wonderful. Good to see you guys. Oh, there we go. I had to blow up the chat so I could see you guys easily. Good, Sadat. Good, good, good. Keep the questions coming because now is the time not just to have them here, but also to develop these answers for you in a more specific way so that it's recorded, so that you can come back and revisit the recording and get the information again. I don't like the organic moments that are fleeting. I like very specific answers to common questions, but designed for your purposes. You really make a difference and you guys matter to me. And that's why we're developing YouTube. We're mostly on Hello Talk. If you go to Hello Talk, you'll find that we're there almost every day, live streaming for an hour or two, but it's not recorded. There's no way to re-access it. So, as good as it is, we're looking for a way to capture these moments in a very custom way, not in a generic way, so that Golnara can be excited about it, so Sadath can feel inspired by it. Um, that's what we're trying to do. So Matador can feel empowered, emboldened by this specific instruction for you guys. Yeah, you guys know the drill. If you're here, like, share, subscribe, whatever, whatever, whatever. You guys know how it works. You can hit the hearts. I don't know what all that does, actually. I don't know if it how it enhances our time together, but we're trying to get monetized on YouTube so that we can support our community better and get some of these hurdles out of the way that cost money. We can take those hurdles out of the way and get you study material, VIP membership on Hello Talk, eventually pay for IELTS exams, and ultimately travel to your country where we can engage with you personally for a week or two and create a local study group where you guys can all just grow so fast and develop for free. Everything's for free. So when you like and share and subscribe on YouTube, that helps us to appeal to the algorithm, which eventually will get us monetized. Yeah, that kind of thing. Just like to let you guys know what our agenda is. Yeah, so happy to see you guys. This is twice as many people as we've had before. So the next thing on our list, listening to native speakers. Listening to native speakers. This is number 3, listening to native speakers. Now, I know many of you on Hello Talk feel that you have to have a native speaker in your pocket, meaning you have to have a personal connection. If that's so, then message me on Hello Talk. I'm fully available. However, I will not be able to meet with you consistently one on one. We can do it occasionally, but the best use of my time is to create content like this, talk to you on a live stream where other people are there, and occasionally meet with you one on one. But if you listen to our content on our podcast channel as well as here on YouTube, if you listen to it and it's helpful, that's great. If you text me and say, Jonathan, I do not know what this idiom means. Can you please explain it? I will create a video that explains it abundantly so that you will never again be plagued by that one idiom. It will help us create content, but most importantly, it will satisfy your need. So that's my agreement with you. You just have to text me and give me some guidance in what you need to develop. I know it's already out there. Everything is already out there, but this personal connection might make it more meaningful to you. And that's what we're trying to use. So listening to native speakers on podcasts, audiobooks, videos are great tools. Pay attention to pronunciation, intonation, and vocabulary. Those are great tools for exposure. Yeah, very good, guys. It's good to see you guys. The next one is thinking in English. We already talked about that. The way you can practice thinking in English is to train your brain to stop translating in your head. Hey, golden ara popova. Think about riding a bicycle. When you started riding a bicycle, many people had the training wheels on the side, which kept you from falling over. I didn't. They just kept pushing me till I went. But eventually, you have to take off the training wheels and you have to risk falling. Sometimes you fall, but you quickly adjust because the penalty of misinterpreting balance is a fall. You don't want to do that anymore. So you quickly adapt and adjust and gain balance. And it's the same with English. In the beginning, you can have your subtitles on, you can listen to music and watch TV shows. That's fine. But at some point, you have to take off the training wheels and force yourself to grow. You have to create a demand on your brain. Hey, Priya, the panda, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, you have to create a demand on your brain so that you level up, so that your brain realizes it. So you'd have to take away those subtitles, take away the things that are allowing you to interpret it from your thinking in your native language to English, and start to think directly in English. Very good, guys. So cool. I wonder why it doesn't stay current on here. It's interesting. Might be my Wi-Fi, but I see you, Priya. It's so good to see you. Yes. So that was thinking in English. The next one kind of reiterates on what we were talking about. Yes, of course. Of course, you're my friend. Um, the next one is talking about what does it say? Be patient and consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent. It is better to be consistent 15 minutes a day than it is to be consistent once a week for an hour. Because the times when you're not demanding the thing on your brain or forcing your brain to level up is when you're going to find yourself deteriorating or losing connectivity with that English. So constant on your brain constantly. So to think and eat and sleep and drink English is going to be a process of developing your appetite. Develop your appetite for English. So being consistent 15 minutes a day, meeting people with whom you enjoy spending time with will also encourage you. Having accountability, meaning stating your goals clearly. If you haven't implemented the SMART goals, I encourage you strongly to implement SMART, SMART goals. You can look them up. They're in our other videos, but it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relative, and time bound. SMART, SMART. These are things that are achievable, they are specific, they are limited by a time frame so that you can be encouraged. You need to celebrate your accomplishments, not just wait till you feel you failed or fell short and then just hammer yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments, even like, yay, I learned 5 new words this week. Man, awesome. Or wow, I spoke about what I was doing or thinking almost every day. And eventually, you'll wake up one morning, you'll go, I think I was just dreaming in English. Everything I dreamt was in English. Yeah, it's very exciting, right? So that's what we're here for. Yeah, of course. Welcome, everybody. Feel free to type things in the chat. If you guys have questions about your pursuit of English, don't hesitate. This is your time. We did have an agenda for the first 30 minutes or so, which we've accomplished, to hit some pointers. But each one of those pointers needs to be adjusted for your goals, your learning style, the amount of time you're dedicating, your access to resources, all of these things. So as you interact with me here, I'll be able to respond in a more custom approach instead of just giving you some generalities. And that's what makes this thing work really well for us, right? Yeah, so please go ahead and type something here in the chat. Let me know what your focus is right now. What is your main focus in your English fluency? Give me one thing in the chat, if you will. What is your main focus? Is it vocabulary? Is it communication dynamics, like having deeper conversations? Is it hearing comprehension, understanding what you hear when people speak English? Perhaps it is being able to compose your thoughts and ideas in English. I need to know specifically from you guys, and of course, share this. Let other people know we're getting together. I have 2 more weeks of the overnight shift when I'll be able to have this time together with you. And I probably I probably will still be able to have it with you in the future after I go back to my regular shift. Yeah. Thank you guys for the likes and shares and subscribes. I can see the growth on the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, speaking fluently, so Matador, what does that mean to you? Take some time and think about the words or phrases that mean speaking fluently to you. What does it mean to you? Yeah. What does fluency mean to you? Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you. Tap, tap, right? We're waiting for Matador to respond, and he's going to respond and tell us what does fluency mean to him? Because you can say speak fluently, but that may mean only pleasing the IELTS exams, fluency criteria, right? Maybe you're taking the TOEFL exam, and for you to pass that exam means fluency. Or maybe you want to just live and breathe and eat and speak and think in English. That's a much longer goal. So I kind of want to know, Matador, what are your immediate goals that will require fluency? If it's thinking that people in the United States or America will look at you differently if you have broken English or language with an accent, you're wrong. You're wrong because we speak to accents all the time here. But speaking as a native with phrases and words, well, that's part of the what we call the. Thank you for typing it, by the way. That's what I call the synonym swap. If you want to derive an increased vocabulary in your fluency, you want to take the phrases or expressions that you are already using and enhance those. Yeah, enhance those. Give me a moment, please. Take the phrases or the statements or the things you're already doing. For example, if someone says, sorry guys, I'm getting over a cold. If someone says to you, "How are you doing today?" and your quick answer is, "I'm fine." Then you want to elaborate on that. So in your downtime, you would change your response. Instead of saying, I'm fine, you would say, I'm well, or I'm doing well. You might even send it back to them to start a conversation. So, I'm doing well. How are you? Or I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? See, this is the way you engage more and you enhance your communication that's useful. And you swap out the words with other synonyms. Talking about the weather. How's the weather in your country today? Oh, it's okay. You know, normal. Instead of that, you'd say, well, it's normal. And for us, it means a little cloudy, a little windy, a little chilly. You see, this will slowly grow the English you know and will prompt your brain to bring up these options when you're talking with people. That's the fastest way to develop your fluency and in your expressions and the detail in which you talk is to enhance what you already know. So you don't have to create a trigger for that response. If people ask, "How are you?" you already have a trigger to respond, "I am fine." So you're just adding on to that trigger, which makes it much more likely to come up when you need to use it. hmm Oh, thank you, Priya. I am. I had a little virus and I'm growing out of it now. And I wanted to meet with you guys and I'm wanting to invest more time here on YouTube. So it's really nice to see 9 or 10 people, whereas before we only had 5 or 6. So it's growing and I appreciate you guys. Yeah. And don't be quiet. If you're here, go ahead and type something in the chat. Let me hear from you and ask your questions. Don't rob yourself. Don't rob yourself by not asking questions. If you're watching this as a recording, then comment. Send me I answer all of my comments, and I will get back to you directly. Yeah, hi, Sadat. I want to communicate effectively in all situations. That's my goal. Okay, Sadat, so what we have to do, thank you for typing that. You have to either simulate all situations, that's possible, or you need to do a development of your interactions after you've had that situation. So if you encounter a situation where you're not very good at responding, that's your new homework assignment for the week is to develop that kind of a conversation. So the next time it happens, you will do better at it. It's called making the world your classroom and not just randomly studying something. So again, if you can imagine the situation that you're afraid of, that can be your assignment. Then practice dialogue. AI can create dialogue for you, but do not practice with AI. Practice with a person. Ask AI to make you a common dialogue in a coffee shop between two people. It will do it quickly. Or you can ask AI to make you a dialogue using these 5 or 10 English words. It will do it. You'll understand context more. And this is a way of taking your brain from something theoretical into something practical. Right? Some of you study theoretical stuff and you're doing things on a criteria or using a curriculum that doesn't always apply to your life. And so since you don't have an actual situation using it, it gets stored further back. But if you can imagine that situation and create a dialogue, you are much more likely to have a better expression the next time that opportunity presents itself. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope it makes sense. This is the way of doing it. And I know people are coming and going and welcome to you if you're here and I haven't said welcome yet. Of course, the thumbs up helps and all that stuff, but I'm just happy that you're here. If you're here just to listen, that's fine too. But give me something to go by so that I can serve you better. I want to use this time to serve you. I'm not here just to see myself or just to fill the YouTube channel. I'm here to serve you guys. So please, I'm glad that makes sense, Sadat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the questions. I really do. I have answered many of these questions over and over again. Thank you for the hearts, guys. I've answered these questions many times over the last 6 years, but if I can answer it specific to you, I'd rather do that. If we have a personal exchange, I think you receive it a little bit better. You should detect by now that my agenda is pure. I just want to help you to grow your English. I am not a professional teacher, though I admire them very much. I am a communicator. So my ability to communicate, naturally, I try to share with you so that you can have better communication with people in another language. So that's why I'm here. And I happen to be on a different schedule for 2 more weeks at work. So in addition to our live stream on Hello Talk, we're doing the time here. I met Priya a couple of years ago, right, Priya? And it's nice to see you coming and going and reaching out and saying hi. It's so nice. Actually, I've met several Priyas over the last year. It must be a very common name for your country and your culture. But each one of you, each one of the ladies I've met named Priya has been very dear and special and very kind. Yeah, let's take some time together, guys. I realize I haven't had on the cheat sheet. Let's put on the cheat sheet. There we go. That looks better. Oh, I think Moneta is still here. She's our moderator. We have Priya. Matador was here. Sadath was here, is here. And we're spending time with you now. If you have questions, it will stir me up to speak. So if you want to hear me talk a little more, then please stimulate me with questions. It's okay. And I will take this content, I will leave it in raw form under our live stream category on our channel. So you can watch the whole thing again. Thank you, Moneta. Or I will also try to make shorts out of it. So these questions you have are very useful. I will make shorts out of it. Of course, I'll mention your name when I make the short. And then I will create the various shorts with subtitles from each language in our community. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although Priya, it doesn't have like Hindu language for the subtitles. It does have Bengali. Will that work? Do most people in your country know Bengali? Um, I don't know why it doesn't offer that. It's so odd that it doesn't offer that. In fact, yeah, let me look at it while we're here. So I think I can find out what it does allow, because many times I want to convert it, but it will not allow me. Captions, yeah. Priya, can you tell me some of the other languages? It has Bengali, it has Burmese. I do not know what are the most common languages in your country, but I'm surprised that they don't have like Hindi. So they must call it something else. That way we have the writing at the bottom for your country also. Yes, Priya the panda. Oh, are you not from India? So sorry. Are you from China? I beg your pardon. That's why you're laughing. Okay, okay. I'm happy that you're here. I wish that more people in your country could be here. My watch is telling me to stand up. Funny is that? Well, welcome, guys. If you're just joining us, we're here trying to spend time with you. I do welcome your questions in the chat. Please ask me so that oh, you are from India, Sadath. Oh, good. Um, Sadath, can you tell me what other languages I can convert? Is Bengali appropriate? I know Hindi, but it doesn't have it on here on my app. It doesn't have Hindi at all. Could it be called something else? Oh, Telugu. Telugu. I wonder it'd be funny if it had that. Doesn't have that either. Yeah. Thank you guys. Oh, welcome, Matador from Iran. It's so good to have you here. So good to have you here. Yeah, thank you. I love the diversity in our community. It's so beautiful. And I'm looking forward to seeing it grow here on YouTube because some of you are able to join us here and not as easily on Hello Talk. Or you may be limited by your non VIP membership on Hello Talk, whereas here I can just go on with you as long as it's constructive for you. We have Tamale, Hindi, Telugu, Kannada, Bengali. Oh, good. Is Bengali fairly common? I will put in Bengali as a subtitle if it's fairly common. Mhm. Oh, hi, welcome. It's so good. Is that O? Is that my friend O? So amazing. You guys are so supportive. Thank you so much. Is that type O from China? Oh, I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you so much for coming. I feel health thriving in me. Hmm. Oh, you're not. You're another. It's okay. I recognize you though. Um, You're new here. Okay, well, welcome. We have another friend who's type O. She's a native English speaker, but she lives in China. We have different states here, and every state speaks Hindi is a common language. Okay, thank you for explaining that, Priya. Thank you so much. Well, welcome, and I want to welcome you here. We've already gone over several things, and this video, of course, will be available for you to watch after. but I don't want to dismiss you like that. So if you have a specific question related to your English learning, please feel free to ask me right now. I do not mind repeating what I've said, and I want to help you to develop and feel that personal connection. So I'm glad you're here. Oh, see, I knew I saw you before. So cool. Where are you from? And how can I pronounce your name? Because I'd like to pronounce it well for you. I may edit some of this out, but the main content will be here, except for all this interaction. Oh, okay. Kerala. That's a cool name. Kerala. Kerala. Our community in Iran, as well as in India and other Arab-speaking countries, is growing a lot because of YouTube. It's growing a lot. And our very own Moneta, who's still here, is from Saudi Arabia. And of course, you know, the United States and Saudi have renewed our friendship in a very big way lately. And so we're growing and developing in that way, and which means great. I'm free to travel to Saudi since we're so well connected now. Oh, from Algeria. Oh, very cool. That is so cool. I'm so happy that you're here. Ilham. That's a nice name. Ilham from Algeria. Oh, please feel free to ask questions, guys. Don't be shy. This is your time. This is not a performance. This is for you guys. Inspirational English. I'm glad. I want you to be inspired. I really do. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And you know, when we're watching videos here on YouTube, I don't know how much you guys know. I've learned a lot. But when you're watching them, to show support, you should watch them all the way through. Like them, share them if you want to. I know you don't want to bother your friends with a bunch of videos, but comments are very important as well. And if you do those things, it actually helps the channel to become monetized, which means they pay you money eventually. We're not even close. But if you develop that habit of doing that, it would show your support a lot. Um, and oh, and Priya the Panda says hi to Moneta. It's so nice. You know, my dream is to travel, not just this country, but to travel into your countries. In fact, I've seen some very cool videos recently about converted vans where they still look like workers' vans, like from the front. It looks like now. There we go. I had a phone call. It looks like the driving compartment is like a worker's environment, but there's a secret door that takes him to the back. So the van looks like a work truck. And that would be wonderful to travel the country, seeing different places and things, making video content for all of you guys, and being able to do this for a living. It wouldn't take much. It would probably cost me the same or less than what I'm spending to live now, but we would need that to come from YouTube. So that's why I ask you guys if you want to help me, and I know you do, then to watch the videos, share them, like them, subscribe, all that stuff. And I can see the live response here is so amazing. We've grown already in 3 subscriptions, and every little bit, I celebrate every little bit. So thank you so much, guys. I understand, Priya. Well, you heard me explain the synonym swap. So a lot of the growth and development challenges for you, um, for people and people learning, yeah, um, they will not do things the way I recommend. So I recommend that you change one of the keywords and phrases you already use that you want to enhance your vocabulary with. So use a synonym, the same means the same thing, but it's a different word, and use it in a phrase you already use. Instead of I'm doing well, you say I'm doing fine. You can say I'm doing fabulous or I could not be better. You can gradually change your responses to add this enhanced vocabulary so that you would remember it more, you'd be more likely to remember it when you're using other English. So, again, enhance the phrases you already use with synonyms, and then you will acquire new descriptive words and expressions that will start to gravitate or transfer over into your creative speech. That's really the way to do it. I would love to travel to India. It'd be so nice. Such a loving people. I'd really enjoy it. That's it's on my plans, but it depends on the YouTube channel growth and development, honestly. So within 6 months to a year, I would hope that we would be monetized, that we'd be in a flow, creating content with editors um, that would just help us to develop. And I'm hoping that happens. And so we'll see, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. I know you'll be the host. Very cool. So, any other questions, guys? I see where our community is pretty stable here. If you have questions, now's the time to ask them. We've been here almost coming up on an hour, and that's about the time I've sent before. With as many people as here, we only have 2 thumbs up. So please click the thumbs up automatically. Just click the thumbs up. That will help to endorse the video. Hello, welcome, welcome. Of course. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Good, 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 guys. Hi. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you. I wish I could see you. If you have over 50 subscribers, you can come on stage. I think it's audio, though. I'm not sure if it's visual. People were asking me if I've done the same on TikTok, and I have not. I have not, but I may. I may try it again today because, but there's such a high demand for entertainment there. And here, we're just trying to connect. But after this one, after in about 9 more minutes, I may stop this because a 1 hour video is sufficient if you don't have any other questions. Hi, 670 Movies. Hello, welcome. What a cool name. I'm curious. I may go over and open a live TikTok. I haven't done it in a while, just to connect with you guys, to go over these things and to connect with other people. Some people side with TikTok more than YouTube. And so we do have trailers over there that advertise our YouTube videos. But again, I'm trying to see where you guys are at and what you use the most to help you the most with your English fluency. There's also a delay here on the text. I don't know why. There's not on Hello Talk. It's pretty instant, but here there's a delay. Welcome, guys. Welcome. What a surge. YouTube's already promoting us. Welcome to the group. We're talking about English fluency for you. So if you're someone who wants to develop their English fluency, you're in the right place. Go ahead and send me a message, and I'll give you some tips and tricks. Otherwise, watch the video because we went over some basics of how to develop your English fluency. You can catch those later. But if you want to interact with me, you can do so right now. I know YouTube's just throwing people at this and they're popping in and popping out. It's okay. It's okay. Where are you from? 670 Movies. Where are you from? Hey guys, welcome. Yeah, I'm not mechanical. We're in between questions right now. This is time for questions and answers. So if you're trying to develop your fluency, my name is Jonathan. Just ask me about it right now. I will give you a specific answer for you personally. Many people are trying to develop their fluency. We have our channel here. We're live streaming on Hello Talk, and we're trying to create um, an environment where you can ask a native speaker. So you can ask me things about English fluency. And I've been helping people for about 6 years in a Chinese app called Hello Talk. But I want to branch out to the people of India and the Arabic speaking nations, as well as places like Iran and other places that are somewhat remote. You have access to an English speaker. Saudi Arabia, of course. Of course. Saudi Arabia is where Moneta's from. $1 trillion. $1 trillion with a T, their prince has dedicated to investing in the United States. Wow. Wow. Amazing. If you guys have access to TikTok, we'll be going there next to try to see what's going on in that community, in that environment. There are some different features there that I really enjoy, and the traffic is a lot faster. So I don't mind going there and exposing myself to that traffic. I will probably rest for 5 or 10 minutes, finish eating my breakfast or whatever it's called, and then pop back up on TikTok. Our channel is the same, Taliko Vima English on TikTok. So you can join us there. Although I just wanna be where you guys are. Wherever you are is where I want to be. Hi, everybody. There are 8 people. Ah, there's 4 likes now. Thank you for doing that, guys. There are 4 likes. Thank you, Moneta. And also, I see here on our channel, we're up to 1374 on subscriptions. So thank you guys for subscribing. We're trying to get to what, 1,400 is the next goal, which is awesome. And check it out. Help us to get there. It's a celebration for all of us. It's like my SMART goal is to get 1,400, and that'll happen in just what, 26 more subs. That'll be fast. Today, I plan on editing content, take another nap, and then go to work. But I'm going to keep pushing forward with content for you guys. Right. Exactly. Can you hear the dogs? I wonder if you can hear the dogs. Our neighbors' dogs are so active. I feel bad for them, badly. Feel badly for them. Sometimes they're out there during the rain and everything, but it was appropriate. Oh, it was appropriate. Hi, guys, welcome. I know. Such shy people. You should go with your texting, guys. So some people come and go because they expect entertainment and those types of things. And I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you guys to learn and grow. It looks like I have a lamp on my head. Look, helping you to level up your English. Real talk. I don't charge anything, guys. This is all for free. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask it and get some advice and some guidance. And I'm sure you'll grow from it. Oh, that's a good one. Retorts. It's not used that often, though, 670. Retorts. What's the best way to explain it? Like a comment. As a verb, it means quickly or sharply. Like she retorted, "Well, I never asked you for an opinion anyway." As a noun, it can mean a quick, sharp, or witty reply. The clever retorts silenced everyone in the room. In scientific technical use, it refers to a container or apparatus for distillation. So I only read those because I want you to know that it's not very commonly used. The word retort is not a very common word to be focused on. No, I was a little chilly. I just had a cold, and so I was trying to stay bundled up. Here today, it is about what is the temperature today? It's always windy. Oh, I have to plug this in, huh? It's always windy in our part of the world. And so, um, yeah, there's always wind going on. Let me see. I have a USB-C over here. I do. Um, yeah, I just was experiencing having a cold. So I went ahead and bundled up. Yeah, good question. You're welcome. You're welcome, 670. And we've had people before, 670, who have wanted so desperately to use advanced words and phrases, but the real application of them is very rare. So if you want to enhance your English, it's helpful to ask a native speaker what words are seen as enhancement to us. If you learn a lot of big words and you work hard to implement them, sometimes it can look showy or it can look desperate or it can just be inappropriate. Like big words used way too often can look really inappropriate and not have the desired effect that you want on people. So, yeah, memorizing new vocabulary by association is the fastest way. So, if you're going to, you don't have to call me sir. If you want to, you should group your vocabulary by topic or genre or situation. 5 to 10 words a week is the most you should try. I know it sounds low, but follow me. 5 to 10 words a week to enhance your vocabulary, because during that week, you're going to immerse yourself in those words. I want you to create dialogue with AI and practice dialogue with a person. I invite you to make stories using AI with those 5 or 10 words so that your brain understands context and usage. And after that week, you will have those 5 or 10 words completely locked in. And if you limit them to a certain environment or genre, then the moment you're in that environment or speaking about that topic, those words will be triggered to come up. If you just memorize random words, then you're going to have random success. But if you memorize consistent words or related words, then you're going to find better success at recalling those and using those in your English. Does that make sense? Oh, hmm redundant. Are you asking about the word, or are you expressing yourself? Yeah. Redundancy is saying something over and over again. hmm I like the questions, though, guys. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad I can help, for real. So we've been here a little while, and if it picks up now, if you guys have more questions, I'll stay. I won't just chase you away. It's been a little over an hour. And otherwise, though, I will jump over to TikTok in probably 30 minutes. I'll just take a break and finish my breakfast and freshen up. And then we'll do a live TikTok for an hour and see what happens there. It's common use in the one YouTuber I follow. Oh, really? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, yes. Sometimes we do use the same words. I'm glad to see you here, though, 670. And there are a lot of great YouTubers, guys. I'm not trying to be a replacement for any of those. I'm just trying to be maybe that difference that you need in some aspects of your English growth, maybe the accessibility, availability. Sometimes if people get too big with their channels, or if they're sponsored by a company, there's a sense that they will never respond to you, that you don't have the opportunity to talk with them directly. And I don't want you to feel that. I want you to feel accessibility and ability to reach out to me, and whatever help I can afford, I'm here for you guys. So if this is helpful, if it is helpful, share it with your friends and your family. That would be one way to show support. And it's going to be a constant petition for me because of the necessity to acquire the flow of traffic. And my end of that bargain is twofold: is to keep producing relevant content, and also to have live streams, and to respond to your text messages. So yeah, that's my job. Rattled is fairly common. Protracted is not. hmm To be rattled could be very useful. Protracted is not. It depends on the circles you're talking with. But again, these messages would not be these words would not be typically used in common circles. You're welcome. Yeah, of course. So I'm going to close for now, guys. Moneta, thank you for being here, and Priya the Panda, and 670 Movies. Matador was here earlier. So glad you guys are all here. Really, really, really happy that you guys were here. You've really made it what it was. It was much more interactive than it has been. And I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I don't know if this works on here. Does it work on here? Mm. The Apple AI doesn't really work on here, I don't think. No, maybe I have to activate it. But either way, peace to you guys. You're welcome. Oh, please come join us in about 30 minutes on the TikTok channel. This is my first time coming to your live on Hello Talk and YouTube, but I found your teaching style very interesting. I will definitely follow you. I'm glad that I found you. Oh, Sadath, so glad that I found you too. You're welcome. You're welcome. And again, you guys can message me directly on Hello Talk. I will answer you. It's not about performance. It's not about all on the videos. So don't wait. Just send me a message or a voice clip or a video, and I will definitely respond to you. Absolutely. I'm glad that you're encouraged. Right. So we'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you for joining us, and keep growing your English. The TikTok channel is the same name, guys. Taliko Vima English. I'll type it here for you. So look up Yes. I'll give you time to collect it before I shut down, okay? Okay. I look forward to seeing you there. I'm just trying to find out which environment serves you guys the most, and I really mean that. I'm here to serve you with my gifts and abilities, whatever can help. So please use that, okay? Use that. I appreciate it. All right. Take care. Moneta, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys hopefully in a little bit. Oh no, Sadat, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, okay. Well, see, I'm learning. I'm learning. So let's try to schedule this. Maybe I will go ahead and schedule it tomorrow, but later, because normally I need to sleep. What time is it in India right now? Um, so normally I would get home at 6 from my shift for the next 2 weeks. I would live stream till 7:30 or so, and I would need to get some kind of rest. So I couldn't do it by 9, maybe by 10, maybe in 45 minutes. If it's not too late in India, we could schedule this for say 11 o'clock tomorrow, my time. Mm. So please get back. I'm so sorry you guys don't have access to TikTok. I don't want to leave now, but let me finish my breakfast and okay. Oh, it's only 5:13. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, all right. And where are you from again? I forgot. Oh, where are you from? Is that Korean? 9:44 p.m. Oh, that might be too late for India. It looks I want to say it looks like it's Korean, but I don't want to sound ignorant. If you are from Korea, welcome. We don't have many people from Korea. Guys, I'm gonna close this for now, and I hope to see you on TikTok if you're able, and or tomorrow. So look for us, ask me questions, and we'll see you later. All right, take care, guys. Bye, Moneta. Thank you.